What's up, everybody? I'm Sharonda,
And I'm Dwight,
and this is the Everywhere We Go podcast.
where connection is the destination.
Real stories to show, connections that grow. Everywhere we go, yeah, we tell them. Real stories to show, connections that grow. Everywhere we go, yeah, we tell them.
So, special guest for this episode is actually,
One of our favorites. I
yeah,
mean, we try to track them down.
I'm
And
attached to these people, like,
yes, yes.
very connected.
And we're just going to go ahead. Us.
Me, Dwight.
We are going to have an episode where we're just talking about our journey and how we came up with Chocolate Rocket City, how we evolved, and where we are now.
Yeah, it's kind of like an update, checking in with y'all. So, let's go to it.
Let's go to it.
Right. So, there's not like as many.
Well, let's just give them our origin story. Where did we start? How did we?
It started with you
How did
saying
we get
origin.
here? This
How
is
did
gonna
we
be the
get?
first time I guess is gonna get smacked on our show.
He will not smack me. Like we definitely
I'm
gotta.
sorry, we don't do that.
Yeah.
So
So anyway, huh.
edit.
All right. So how did Chocolate Rocket City get started? I'm gonna ask your
Oh,
story.
me? You're gonna
Yeah.
ask me?
Yeah.
It was the brainchild of this beautiful woman that I married a long time ago. She, I don't know, came to me one morning and was like, "I got it," and it was Chocolate Rocket City. So we came from D.C. area. It was Chocolate City, and we moved to Huntsville, the Rocket City, and I think hence the name. Is that how you got it?
I think that's the name story, and I would say the purpose story came out of us doing what we normally do, going out, at being at events, and posting a little something of it, because posting, sometimes is challenging, but people would see those posts and be like, I didn't even know so and so was in town, or this, that looked like a fun event. I didn't, you need to let me know about it. And I'm like, how can I let you know? And not 20 other
Well,
people who
when
said.
we moved here from the D.C. area in Maryland, what was one of the sites that we looked at when we were trying to come down here with our family?
Oh, okay. So one of the things, like, my employer transferred us here, and they would recommend Rocket City Mom, which shout out to Rocket City Moms, great site. But by this time, our kids are like middle school, high school. We weren't looking as much for like summer camps and birthday party venues as we were. Where can we go out? How can we do date night? How can we meet, friends that are our age?
Yep.
So, as we, ventured out, I would say Huntsville Levity Live, which at that time was called Stand Up Live, was a great resource. We definitely love going to that comedy
Well,
club.
we would go to a lot of events, the comedy shows. We went to many galas, concerts, and we would go out there. And you did your research, and you would find out, okay, where are all these events? And people would ask us, how did you find out about those events?
Yeah.
And so you were looking to do a platform.
To be able to share the information about it. So Chocolate Rocket City, some of you know about it, some of you haven't heard of it, but definitely check out the website because it's a great tool. But beyond the site, after the site, I would say we started saying,
Well, how
hey,
did you get the site? You didn't even tell them how you got the site.
um,
You just came up with an idea because what were you looking for? You were looking for,
like just a central location that would have all this information available.
yes.
And there was there were different sources of the information, so like social media, um even posters, the radio. I would listen to radio sometimes and hear about events that way. Some of the other sites had a lot of information, but they weren't necessarily just around kind of like the type of events that we wanted to go to. So for example, Eventbrite, great site, everybody, a lot of people know about it, but it doesn't even filter out events that are in person versus online. So that was immediately like, wait, this is going to take me some time, but I would take the time, and I'm like, if I'm gonna invest the time to get those events down, written down, might as well put it somewhere where everybody can have an easier time knowing about it. So yeah.
Yeah, I know you wanted to find a way to see it easily,
Yeah.
because I know that we have Facebook or Instagram or different websites, and you see an event and you're excited about it, and then you have to figure out like which site you saw it on. You have to scroll down, you have to
Yeah,
find
trying to
it,
remember.
trying to remember what was the date. Whereas with the calendar view, you have you could just look on the date. Hey, what's happening this weekend?
Yeah. So I mean, like, just kind of speeding up to, getting to from the past to the present, I would say we, had certain specifications for the site. We found a website developer that was able to get us everything that we needed in there, which was the calendar feature, the ability to link to online ticket sales, the ability to add the event to your calendar so you can remember that you want to go to this event, and also it being optimized for mobile phone.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use your phone to get to the site. Because this one, if you ever out at an event and he sees you, he's going to come up to you with his phone and show you
Matter of
chocolate.
fact, let me pull up my phone right now.
I know it. I actually
Okay.
know that site, so you don't got to get me.
All
But
right.
most everybody else, he will personally give you a tour of the website.
Tutorial. Yes.
But so I would say it started with the website,
Yes.
but the next step was more so about us meeting in person with folks to have events where people felt comfortable going, even if they didn't have somebody to go with. Or, if like word of mouth to me, it could work in good ways and in not so good ways.
How's it not so good?
Well, if you don't already know anybody, who you gonna get the word of mouth from?
That's true.
So it was like, and then maybe only like, certain people may be invited. We wanted folks to feel like you're all invited.
Yeah. So if we know about it, we try to tell everybody.
Yeah, yeah. So the first event, actually a couple of events. The first one, the very, very first Chocolate Rocket City event was actually not that inclusive. And you know why?
Cause you're a hater.
No,
Okay. Why?
because you wouldn't have been able to go. It was
Okay.
only for ladies. It was actually a book discussion about Jada Pinkett Smith, and it was we collaborated with the Brown Books and More team. Janelle Brown, shout out to Janelle.
I was gonna have one with Will Smith, but it was gonna be moderated by Chris
Well,
Rock.
actually, she beat him. So
But Chris Rock didn't let me do it.
Jada's book came out before Will Smith.
Yes.
And at the time, there was all this controversy about, oh, she don't really love Will, da 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 da. So it was like, her book was called Worthy, and so the title of the workshop was called "Is Jada Worthy?"
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought it was a fun vibe. It was nice. And the folks that came, they said they really, actually, I'd like to revisit that possibly. They loved the idea of us discussing a book and having a quiet setting for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the next event?
Next one was a holiday happy hour. That was great. So we went from 25 people at the Is Jada Worthy book discussion, and it was only ladies, to like at least 50 something people, and that was at Catch 25 downtown.
Yep. So let's get out of the weeds and let's go to the Bingo and Beats.
Bingo and Beats was
That was my brainchild.
idea.
That was my brainchild. So
Yeah.
we had a rock and roll bingo for our family reunion, and it was good, but nobody knew the songs. I mean, we even did the Motown round, and nobody knew half the songs. And you would do one fun song everyone knew.
But you're not even explaining it. So what made it?
So Bingo and Beats is instead of using numbers, you use music.
Yeah.
So
songs are on the game board.
yeah, so
game
when the song
card.
plays, you go in and you try to find the song on your game card,
Mhm.
and until you get you keep going until
So the
somebody gets
music
bingo.
is playing.
The music is playing, but I've done it before at different venues, but it the music wasn't vibing.
Right.
So we came up with one, and I worked, did research, found all good songs that would pertain to our demographic, and it turned out to be a hit. So we
Yeah.
have like different rounds. There's always a 80s, 90s, and 2000s round. We've had slow jams. We've had 70s and Motown. And our last one, we had a remix round where you start off with the sample and it remixes into it start off with the original and it remixes into the sample. So
Yeah.
Those were fun. We have big prize baskets, and it's become our signature event.
Yeah, it's definitely like a big deal and a lot going into it, but it's fun. I think people really like get into the music and they beyond the games. They it's like people were rhyming.
Dancing.
People actually was performing. Like it
Oh
was
yeah.
just really. And then there were folks that I met that came out and they didn't know anyone else, but when they went there, they left.
Yeah, because we try to keep you at tables, and
Yeah,
any event that we do, we want you to leave knowing more people than you walked in with. We don't
exactly.
want you to just come in with your crew.
Yeah.
We even want to make any event that we have open and comfortable for if you come by yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And we
So
also do events that we would want to go to.
right. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we started with the website, then you have the events, then it's Everywhere We Go podcast.
Well, there's something in between them. The thing is, I think the reason why we could be experts, maybe not experts, but uh, know about events is because we go to events, right?
Yeah, we do go to a lot of events. People be like, oh, I see you everywhere. Kind of the name of the title.
Yeah, and we do go to a lot of events because we enjoy it, and we
Yeah.
may average, I don't know, 3 to 7 events a week.
Yeah.
So people are like, "Oh, that's a lot," but you know,
So, okay, let's talk a little bit more about this journey, right? So we're saying, okay, we did this, we did that. It's not like a list of things. It's more like, okay, at Penguin Beats, what was your like top top three things that happened?
uh, any I'll just there are all kinds of impromptu things that happen. They're unplanned. One of mine was, and if I ever fall in love again, one guy just busted out singing, and it pretty much became a viral moment on the
Oh
internet. So
man.
yes, on social
Well, I
media.
didn't know he could sing like that. That's actually our friend. I don't know if we want to show a little
Yes,
bit of that.
yes. Another one was uh, one of our one guy got up and we did a Rough Riders anthem, and he just started doing DMX.
Stop,
So he brought like the
stop,
whole house down.
shut him
Everybody was
down,
just
open
like,
up.
go Lawrence, go Lawrence. So I had to shout out to Lawrence, and
To
for the
Frank,
first one, I think
yeah.
it was Melvin and Lorenzo. They did If I Ever Fall in Love Again.
Yeah, but
And
what's the third one?
the third one, we did Tell Me What You Want
Oh, that
by
was
Drew
good.
Hill.
I got one you didn't
That
mention.
may have been my favorite.
Well, you wanted to
Because
tell me people like when you were on
no,
the house.
no, they played it, and just at random, some of my mature fellas just got up and just started doing the dance.
You said mature. The
Because
seasoned
they were mature, and they
They
just
was.
got up out of nowhere and just did it.
You ain't know they
And
had that.
and we did not get that on. We did not
didn't get
film
it.
it, and I was like, ah.
So I gotta give one that we did actually film.
Tell me.
Our boy Cooley the Poet. He came hard. He started stepping. He had like a whole stroll, a solo stroll. Now he's also a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, frat brother. My
Yes.
frat brother, Zeta. I'm a Zeta. But Cooley he came out of nowhere. I was rather surprised that I don't think I ever saw him go that hard like that.
He
Like
went
that,
hard.
like that.
He went hard. But those impromptu moments, and we get them at every single.
It's always gonna be
one.
something. You
We
just can't predict what it's gonna be.
can't predict what's going to
Yeah.
happen, but it's really the vibe, the music. We have ladies just standing up all night, just dancing.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah, a lot of times it's not really as much about the game card, but people who win do go hard about winning. Like they're very proud
They're
of
very
having
proud.
gotten because the baskets, like every single aspect of that event, I feel like we try to have so much
She
thought
tries to have food,
into it.
drinks. We think
Yeah.
about it, so it's
What
not
the
just-
prizes are.
Yes.
Usually it's based on an experience. So, you might have a gift card to a certain restaurant, a certain, maybe a bottle of wine, some special kind of glasses for you to enjoy with your boo. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to
really
win
like
one
that.
of those.
I do too. I feel like we don't.
Yeah, we need to play.
We don't own anyone like
Yes.
that. But yeah, so like Big One Beast is really like to me, it's like very signature.
Yes.
It's kind of like premiere. But because of that, it takes so much preparation.
It does. So we can't. People, as soon as we're done, people are like, "Oh, can we do this like once a month or every week?" And we're like,
Not quite at this level.
yeah, not at this level.
But so is that how you came up with the idea of the chocolate hour?
Uh, Yes. No, it's evolved from there. So we
Uh,
went after we did the bingo and beats. We've done a couple of other events. We
Oh
did a
yes,
combo
combos
and
and cocktails. In
cocktails.
the summer, we had a whole series that was nice. We had two combos and cocktails,
Yes.
and one was about
Old
old Huntsville
Huntsville
versus
versus
new
New
Huntsville,
Huntsville.
and the second one was soft life versus hustle culture.
Yes. And
Yeah,
it had some deep conversations.
absolutely. It's very timely. Everybody thinking about what it takes to, support yourself, but at the same time not burn out and have so much stress that.
Yeah, but the thing is, we go so many places. We
Hmm.
meet new people every time we go out. So people are like, "How do y'all know so many people?" And it's because we actually practice what we preach. We go and meet people.
But let's just harp on this because I would say this is one of the things that I don't want to say surprised me, but I would say yes. I think it's accurate to say surprised me for the size of this city, the level of like cool people who are just smart and driven and just like friendly and just have interesting stories is
Mhm.
like such a high percentage,
Yes, yes,
That's what makes it so good. It's like, okay, you need to go out, but you go out, you're actually gonna find like really, amazing people to hang out with.
and we meet so many people, amazing people, and we learn their story, and the connections that they make.
And then we try to connect them with somebody else that we think they should know. Because
We
that's big.
do.
I'm always
We
big on
do.
that.
And I will say some of our events, even the BET watch party, we've been able to make some connections. So some of the connections we've made business partners. We had one member of our event connect with another person and they went to Africa together.
That was like amazing.
We have some couples, I
Listen,
believe. Some
no, he's
chocolate
being
rocket
nosy.
couples.
I'm gonna scratch that
Yeah,
out.
we think they're, or at least
He don't. We
hookups.
don't
I don't
know.
know.
We
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know.
But the point is, at least you're being able
We
to.
connect people. We
Right.
connect people
Right. Right.
in
So.
mysterious ways.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
hold up. Okay, so I want to fast forward to the chocolate hour because no, because here's why.
Okay.
You took the concept of bingo and bees, knowing that like different ones meet each other, and at the same time, now music is in the background, but in the forefront is people meeting and networking.
Yeah. So the Chocolate Hour is a gathering once a month. Just professionals get together and connect. And the problem was, you go to these big events, concerts, galas, comedy shows, and there's
Or
thousands
even
of
just a
people.
regular bar at
There's
any time.
hundreds, thousands of people,
Yeah.
and you walk out without making a real connection or a
Yeah.
superficial small talk connection. So we want it to be deeper. And how are you going to do that? You have to have an atmosphere for that. So, uh, we're the change we want to see. As one of our previous guests said, we be the change you want to see. So, uh, we tried to have others do it, and we were like, hey, why don't we do it? So that's what we've done. We've found a location to have it and have it frequently.
Right. So it's a
As of now,
monthly
it's once a
series.
month. Yes.
Right. And I mean tickets are so reasonable. It's really just a cover charge. But we're gonna choose every time we have this event, it's going to be based upon like Dwight said, atmosphere that's facilitating conversation, but also good food, good drinks, just a great vibe. And it's always on first Tuesdays, right? So even though it's during the week, 6 to 8, it's not holding up anybody's bedtime and
Hmm.
being that they may have to work the next day, we don't
Yes.
want it to
And the
be
previous ones we've had have been very successful. We
right.
One time we kept selling out. We kept hitting the mark, and we were able to increase it. But
Right.
if anyone wants to do it early. Get your tickets early.
So
So they
yeah,
don't
it's
sell
like little ways of nudging people to talk to each other, like even people that they don't already know.
out. Hmm.
Cause and I don't know if we're gonna be like, don't sit with the person you came with. I don't know if we're gonna have rules in the future, but just some
I know
kind of
you'll want
way.
to sit next to me, but
I don't sit. You know, we don't sit. We be around. But yeah, exactly. It's like the idea of it is that, and then sometimes I think, and this may be, we're looking for folks to reply in the comments. Let us know if there's certain aspects of it that we could, improve or add to the experience. Because one thing we like to do is make sure folks know if like right that next weekend or the next week after that, if there's something really major going
Yes.
on, let
I'm a
them know
big
about it.
believer of saying, hey, this is what's coming up. So we want to
Yeah.
make sure that people know what's coming up. And we're not just here for selfish reasons. We really have these events for the people who come, who attend, who get involved and participate. Because if you don't know, if you want to go to these events, you need to know about them. If you're putting out these events, you want to drive ticket sales to your event. You want people to come because there's so much planning that goes into any event. Why just leave it? Why have it not full? So we try to help in any way we can any event planners because we've been on the other side and we know sometimes certain cities. I'm not going to name any cities, but they like to wait to the last minute.
Nah, I mean that's one of the frustrating things I would say about Huntsville. And people say, "Oh, that's Huntsville," but I'm like, it don't have to always be that way. I mean, there's some things you can do to kind of drive different behavior. Like for example, our first chocolate hour, we sold out, and then we would add more tickets, and then that would sell out. And I think there was a lot of things to it. Again, of course, the promotion was we did, I think, a pretty good job. We have a great team, when it comes to our social media. And so that helped. But I think the other part is people aren't used to having to like not be able to go to something.
That's true.
Like if they don't
That is
plan in
true.
advance, it's like, oh, I'll just that day I'll ask,
Or
because
at the
they know us.
door.
They'll be like, send a text like, hey, so how come the website didn't work? I'm like, because there were no more tickets left in there,
Yep. So
that part.
yeah. So hopefully, you guys can get to one of these chocolate hours. But it also evolved into with all these connections. We wanted to uh, show some of the people that we met. We've met some amazing people. So what was a good way to do that?
Well, okay, so you go out often enough, you're gonna run into, sometimes it's just they're the headliner on a show that we went to. So we in 2026, I can say that despite Evergreen, like we saw Keith David, the actor who played the bishop on Greenleaf and many other films, a lot of Spike Lee films, and that was more like a personal thing, a friend's wedding celebration. He was involved in that, and who else?
I don't know where you're going with this.
I was just
'Cause
saying,
I
you're
was
talking
trying to
about
get
people who are
to
well known.
yeah. So we run into people, different.
I think you're talking about like, okay,
I'm trying to get to
comedians.
the Everywhere We Go. This is the show that we're on. So how do we get to Everywhere We Go?
So you want to talk about who we've had as guests?
No, what is Everywhere We Go?
Oh, so Everywhere We Go is the podcast where we get an opportunity to really sit down with the people who have the stories that we want to share, and we want them to share, and we want to understand how their stories are built on connection.
Yes.
Right.
And our motto is where, like our last name, connection is the destination. So it's
Right.
everywhere we go.
Everywhere we go.
Yes. So I guess the format is you start off with some where questions. You have. Why are you looking at like?
No, I'm listening. I'm just trying to hear what
Where
you're
are you
saying.
looking? Okay.
Well,
So we have some questions, and then we may have a game, and then
and it's usually more structured than this.
yes,
So,
yes, way more structure.
right, a little bit more planned. But yeah, I mean, like every episode, I think a lot of times our guests really drive what is interesting about each of the episodes, right? So, sometimes we talk to folks who got a reality show greenlit or what have you. It's on the Remy Network.
Had a few
I'm shouting out to more than here.
in Knoxville.
The other one is Nextville, and both of them are based in Huntsville, and they star like, to me, I feel like we have a lot of celebrities Like I feel like a lot of people, and the celebrities not using the term of like fame and fortune or whatever, but just like people that other people ought to know.
Okay.
So we shine a light on them. It's like, hey, y'all, bet you didn't know this person. Or maybe you knew this person, but you didn't know this is their story. Right? You never know. Like somebody might have had a struggle
I mean,
that
I
you
think my
never heard
dad's
of.
somebody people ought to know, but
No, but
he's
so
not like a
okay. So
celebrity.
you don't think that we like have
Oh,
like
we do. I think
intentionality
we are
behind
very.
who
There's a
we.
lot of intentionality. In who we bring.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah, yeah. I
I
would
stand affirmed.
recommend any episode that we've done because there's good quality people on there.
Right. Well, what else do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about what are some of our favorite things about Chocolate Rocket City.
Okay,
Let's talk about
sorry, 'cause
like
you was
some of
like talk
the
about everywhere
top.
we go.
Yeah, so that's everything that we've done. But what are some of the? Let's get some.
Okay,
Something
so
exciting.
hold on.
Let's
I
do
mean,
some
because we
exciting
listen things, and
things.
there's different levels of this
Yes.
platform. So it's a platform, but you have your website, you have your events, you have
Updates. We have weekly
we
updates.
didn't talk about that, but before we talk about that, I do want to shout out the people in the Chocolate Rocket City group because there's a Facebook group and there's a Facebook page. The Facebook group has now reached over 5,100
Over
members.
yes, we're over 5,000.
And that's all organic. Like every single person who has joined has been accepted into the group. They've answered questions to make sure they're like real people.
Yeah, and it's not 4,000 of me.
Right.
My
Well, at
various
first it was,
aliases.
but
At
then
first it was,
we
but
kicked him
yeah.
out, and then we actually got real people in there. But no, for real, at 5,000, when you have a city where I think somewhere around BLS numbers said that like for just the African American population, somewhere like 50, 60,000 people. That's a pretty dope number. That's a pretty dope number. But it's also I guess a testament to the need of what we're trying to provide, the information
Yes.
we're providing, and just facilitating.
So what's the gap? What's the gap? Why,
The gap
what's the gap that we're trying to fill? We're talking about
There are amazing events that people don't know about.
yes.
And we have to find a way to like connect the people with the opportunities and the experiences.
Yes, and I think we were going down this road at the beginning, but we missed it. Like other when we came here, we were like, hey, where are the events for our people? Where are the black events? That's really what we were looking at.
Just like a shortcut
And
to that.
we didn't know where to go. We were trying to find and talk to certain people. But this is what this gap fills.
But you know what else I think it is? It's also people want to
culture.
co-sign. They want to co-sign on the culture. They
Yes.
don't want to just go into some place and feel like, I don't know, is this a scary place? Am I going to get robbed? You know, I don't know if it's like a safety thing because to me, I feel very safe here. But like, you know, if the people that you go into XYZ restaurant or bar, if those are the kind of people you can relate to, you know, up front, when we promote that event or we talk about it, we've been there, stuff like that. So I think that's one of the things is kind of like quality control because there's some spaces that I'm like our folks like certain quality, you know.
Yeah.
You working hard, you know.
And so we try to get curated events on there. There's some that we may or may not go to, but there's for the most part these are events that we think that
But I
our
would say
audience would like.
we lean into things that involve, when you say culture, like to me, it's like rich. It's usually some kind of art, some kind of music, some kind of like dance, some kind of, just fun. But yeah, those are the kinds of things that I like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think folks that rock with us like that too. But the top 5. So that's how we end up picking the top 5 events.
Yes.
So
we have a top 5. We try to do a video with the top 5. We also do an update of everything that's happening for the weekend. And so what are some of the challenges we've had?
oh goodness, what are you talking about? Like behind the scenes and all the work that's involved?
Yes.
Well,
hold on. The one thing we didn't say is that we're doing this full time.
Yeah, we do this full time.
Do this full time. Why?
There have been some changes in the federal government. And to be quite frank, I've worked for the federal government
And I did contracts with the federal government, but due to I don't know some
changes. Organizational
changes,
developments. What do you call it?
governmental
Yeah,
changes.
yeah. We haven't made the
Misadministration.
decision to focus
We
on this.
have,
Yeah,
yes, we have pivoted,
yeah.
and we were looking for just a new opportunity to. And then I was, thinking, hey, what would be best?
Well, so it comes down to this. We felt a calling that
Yes.
this vision wasn't given to us out of nowhere. And, just as believers, when God gives you something and says, go ahead and do this, you got to go ahead and do it. And the rest, as part of it is some level of faith that He's going to provide.
Yes,
The
and that's where
how.
we're at. I mean, but
Yeah.
we believe that there's a purpose, but if
Yeah.
there's a purpose, there will be provision.
Yeah.
And we believe that there's a purpose. We're waiting on the provision, but
Shut up. You
we're waiting on that, but
TMI.
But
yeah, no. So I mean, so let's just talk about the different. Like, just going to want to rewind on the different things. There's the website, the events, the social media and social groups, and the top 5. I feel like there's 5 things. What's the 5th thing? Like different ways in
I'm
which
sorry, I
we're
was
trying
not paying attention. Say that again.
Okay.
Unlike y'all can rewind.
What he's trying to do is make fun of my New York accent because sometimes it
It
comes.
had nothing to do with
I
her
feel
New
like
York
that's kind of like
accent.
what you're trying to do here, but I'm gonna speak very candidly.
Unfortunately, I've been married to this person, and I sometimes,
Okay, so
I'm sorry. Fortunately, I've been married.
5. I would say there's
Sometimes
like
I
maybe
may not
5
listen to every
aspects
single
to
word.
the platform:
Okay, what are they?
the website, the events,
Social media.
social media, and Everywhere We Go podcast, and the top 5.
Yes.
So it's just 5 ways of communicating
Yes. Well, what's happening?
what's happening. Yeah, what's going on. And so hopefully you guys have been enjoying all of this, and we're wanting to continue as much as possible and always
Yes.
elevate, always take it higher.
Yes, and we take feedback as long as it's coming from love, not out of hey, I hate y'all hating, but if
We
you,
haven't heard that. I've heard people say, "Oh, I like this. If you did it like this would be a little better." And you can't grow if you don't
oh yeah,
have any insight, because that's
yes,
how
and
we do it. We do it for you.
yeah, we do it for the
So
people.
it's like what is Chocolate Rocket City? I'm like, Chocolate Rocket City is you. You
It's
are.
you. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to have some campaign that says I am Chocolate Rocket City.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be dope. I mean, you talk about campaigns. Look, he's even wearing a little merch.
Yep.
And we don't actually. That's not sold.
Yes. So.
But that is the logo.
Yep.
Shout out.
Yeah. Go ahead with the shout.
Shout out to Dino Connerly, our church brother and our friend.
Yes.
Bless us with this logo.
And we have a team.
3 years ago.
We have a team.
We have an awesome team. I don't know if they okay with us shouting them out, but I'm gonna go ahead and shout them out anyway.
Shout them out anyway.
All right. So our business manager of Innovium Consulting is Demetria Horton.
And our videographer of Light Rain Studios is Justin Fields, not
And-
the football player.
Not Justin Fields, a football player.
Yes.
And our amazing, like production coordinator / social media expert is Denise McDonald,
Yep.
A&M graduate.
Yes.
Yeah, she is amazing. Actually, Demetria and Denise both went to Alabama A&M University.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, cool.
And you
who
forgot
else?
the most important person, the COO.
Oh,
That would
so
be me.
Dwight has named himself COO.
And CE
I guess I'm
and
CEO.
CEO. Yes.
Co-founders
Yes.
Sharonda and Dwight. So that's it. I don't really want to say too much more because there's a lot more to go, and
Yeah.
this is
Well, just
a
be on this
little.
journey. We're not going to say too much that's next because we don't want anybody to steal it from us. But we have some ideas in the future
He's silly.
that we're thinking of, and it's just like God gives us ideas all the time, and we just are vessels.
Right.
guys.
So we appreciate every single bit of support, every single
Yes,
person.
please come to our events.
Yeah.
Please support us. And if you have
And
any
watch the
questions,
show, because
watch
the show is so good.
Subscribe.
It's a little lengthy, but
No. We're getting better.
yes,
We
we're
always
working
get
on
better
it.
every week. So.
Absolutely. So that's Everywhere We Go.
And this is That was Chocolate Rocket City,
That was Chocolate Rocket
This is
City.
Everywhere
This is
We
Everywhere We
Go.
Go podcast.
and we'll see you out.
See ya. Peace.
Yeah, we tell them. Yeah, we tell them.